Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here to be talking about Avatar: The Way of Water. Now, this was the newest film by James Cameron, who hasn't made a movie since the first Avatar, and and this film obviously has been in development for a very long time, given as the first Avatar came out in 2009, and after the immediate success of that film being the highest grossing film of all time, all the hoopla, they decided to go all in with the Avatar, the Na'vi, Pandora, etc. And they plan on making 5 or 6 of these movies. And it all depended on how this one would do. Was Avatar just a one-hit wonder? Or is this like a legitimate big franchise? Well, as we see with box office results, as of now at least, Avatar 2 has made $2 billion, as you guys see. So clearly, this is going to be dragged out, made into a big money milker for Disney and, Fox Pictures and all that type of stuff. But how is the quality of the movie? Because obviously fans have spoken and the audiences have spoken. They love this universe. They love this world. But what do I think of it? Because my opinion is so important, right, guys? So, so it takes place after the first film where, if you don't really remember it, I don't blame you because apparently no one did, because there was a whole thing about who the main character's name was on Twitter and people were making fun of this movie's series is overrated and trash. It is overrated, but maybe not trash. And it takes place with the main character, Jake Sully. That's his name, guys. Jake Sully, who is now part of the Na'vi people, and he has a family with the main girl that he fell in love with from the first movie. And of course, the big evil bad government type people are back, and this time they have to go on the run. And so they go to this other group of I want to say Na'vi, but I forgot the people's names. But they go to a water group basically, and they have to learn how to adjust and live with them, while also having to stand their ground against the evil government people. Now, this film was incredibly long, and at times you're wondering why it has to be this length, because usually when a movie's over 3 hours, you know it's kind of like an event movie, like it's something you have to see. And while I do think this movie you should see maybe once, because there is stuff there that makes it like truly breathtaking. Like, I know everyone, this is the only thing that everyone can agree upon with these movies, is the visuals are superb. They're really good. And this is no exception, because the visuals in this movie were really, like, at times I was blown away at how well done and just how realistic it really was. But on terms of that, how's the story? How's the characters? Those are the real questions that you want to know for a movie, especially for a movie that gets all this praise money-wise, gets all these Oscar nominations. Like, the Oscars just came out. It was nominated for Best Picture and some of these other categories. So does it really deserve that level of praise? Now, my opinion on the Oscars for a while is it's been kind of overrated trash that nominates garbage that no one watches, except for the occasional big budget movie that they kind of throw in there to get people to watch the show. But I felt like it's just frustrating. I'm going on a little rant here, but this movie, this series just aggravates me. How they tend to, like, I feel like it's kind of biased because everyone immediately is like, it's James Cameron directing. And he is one of the best directors ever, in my opinion, having made Titanic one of my all-time favorite films. The first 2 Terminator movies, which are god tier. The sequel to Aliens, and The Abyss. Like, he's made a lot of great movies. So I feel like everyone wants to like his movies, and he's so well liked in the industry, I guess, because they always nominate his movies now. Like, his past couple movies, Titanic, Avatar, this Avatar, all get nominated. And while they have taken a long time of this movie, and you have to respect that in terms of visuals and all, story-wise, it's kind of mid, because they bring, like, spoilers. I feel like I could do spoilers because it's been about 6 weeks. They bring back the same military guy, even though he died in the first movie, and he's the main antagonist. And how they brought him back and all, like, it's okay, but it's kind of stupid. They bring him back by having a memory chip planted into a different Na'vi, so that if he were to have died, he's still alive, his conscience and all. And like the thing is that he lives at the end of this movie, so it looks like this stereotypical army evil guy. It's gonna be the main face of the villains for this whole series, and it's kind of crazy how lazy it is that they keep bringing back the same person. You do well, the parts I really love about this movie is the dynamic of the family of Jake Sully and all. I think pretty much for the most part they're all memorable and they all have their moments, and I just love that like the saying how this family's our fortress and stuff, where like I go, we go, like you're a unit, you're collective together. I love that type of stuff where families stick together and they stick it out and help each other out. And you have a bunch of, I would say, lore building in this movie, which I'm a sucker for, because if you're gonna make a big franchise, I want to see some more exploration on this universe. And you learn a lot with the water people and the creatures and how they're connected with each other and they talk and stuff. Like, it's really great stuff to watch. The music's really solid. There are some cool fights in it, like some cool action set pieces, but it's mostly just an exploration movie, believe it or not, which is fine. If you're gonna have a big franchise like this, I expect it, and for the most part, it wasn't horrible. It's just, part of me is just frustrated about how overrated this series is. So I'm trying not to judge this movie based on the overall overratedness of this franchise, but I do think the movie is fine at best and mediocre at worst. It's still worthy to watch at least once. I think it's more memorable than the first Avatar, even though, like, I haven't seen the first Avatar in a while, to be fair, but I still remember parts of it. And from what I remember from that movie to this movie, I think this movie was the better movie overall, in my opinion. But I still think what they were able to accomplish and the technical aspects is really jaw-dropping and could be game-changing in a way. It's just really well done. And yeah, with a positive and negative approach to this movie, those were my thoughts on Avatar: The Way of Water. Now again, I thought this was a fine movie. There were some moments that really impressed me in the technical aspects. The story beats and all were kind of lacking, but the overall message of your family sticking together through thick and thin, I do love that. And it was a movie I probably won't forget in a while, which is more than I could say for the other Avatar. So what did you all think of this movie if you have seen it, which I'm pretty sure most of you have because it made over $2 billion. Let me know down below in the comment section. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to hit the subscribe and bell as well to get notified when I upload, that would be great. And thank you all so much for being patient with me since I have been busy lately. And yes, since I did see this film technically in this year, when I do my end of the year for next year, this movie will be in that section. It won't be in the previous, which I have done in the past. But regardless, I'll catch you all later. Bye.